My name is Attorney Deani Winter-Funde, and as promised, I'll talk about in this video what do you include in your waiver. So when I have screened Mr. John Brown or any client that's eligible for a waiver, I look much more to my qualifying relative. I look to their employment, I look to their mental health, I look to their financial health, I look to see if there are any children involved, I look to see if they're professionals in their field, because the idea of the waiver is to, as a matter of policy, is to unite families within the United States. So when I am writing my waivers as it pertains to unlawful presence, I make sure I communicate to my immigration officer why it is super important that this family unit stays put in the United States. In fact, I'll go so far as to say if this waiver is not approved, then the entire family will have to relocate to Mr. John Brown's country. I also include country conditions. I'll say, for example, Mr. John Brown is from a Spanish-speaking country. Mrs. John Brown is a United States citizen, only speaks English. Therefore, this would be an extreme hardship were the family to relocate to a non-English speaking country where Mr. John Brown is from. So when you're putting these waivers together, it is super important that you attach qualifying documents, school records for children, any kind of medical reports, anything to communicate to that officer that if this waiver is not approved, then this family will face hardship. This is one area of immigration law that I advise clients not to go alone. It is super important that you consult with an attorney or consult with somebody who specializes in these waivers. I've had instances, or I have heard horror stories where individuals have departed or have had their waiver denied for whatever reason. Another tip I would say to you is keep in mind that you can refile your waiver. It is costly, but you can refile. So I've had clients where their waivers have been denied and I simply refile. For my individuals that have departed the country without doing their stateside waiver, you're still eligible after you've gone to your interview in your home country to apply for the waiver. The difference is you now have to wait in that home country instead of waiting in the United States. You have to wait in your home country for this waiver to be approved. Again, my name is Attorney Deani Winter-Funde, and join me next week as we talk about other waivers or exemptions and the consent to reapply that may apply to you if there are any red flags in your immigration matter. Until next time, my friends, walk good.